last playoff series win, the East Finals for 2015, the first round for Atlanta in 2016. Indiana in the white. And you see Ryan Howard, we're going to see her more on Mitchell. Getting some more length on her. Good look for Boston. Inside, Bree Jones. And the foul.
The defense on to Canada.
Tasha Howard picks up her first foul as Jones completes the three-point play. Jordan Canada has been struggling with her shot in this series. Give her the assist on that first basket. Howard driving and missing. Both teams like to push the pace. Canada stopped by Odyssey Sims on her pass. Howard got Mitchell literally off balance and scored.
Again, great. Atlanta hit a couple buckets early. They only scored 60 points the other night against the Indiana Fever. This is a much better offense during the regular season than that.
That was their second fewest points that they have scored in any game this year, including the regular season. Boston has Canada closing. Sims left open and hits the three.
And that's an important bucket because you saw Jordan Canada leave Odyssey Sims to go double Boston. Boston was so tough to stop, dribbling herself to the basket the other night.
Trying to go backdoor to Howard, who had to improvise. Nope, she didn't do it in time. That's a travel.
Aaliyah Boston requires a lot of attention, and the other night she dribbled her.
Oh, plenty of time to get that off. Howard comes up with the rebound. Atlanta did not lead at all in game two. Got out to a 5-0 lead in this one. Gray for the fadeaway. Great start for Atlanta. Alicia just 4 of 16 from the floor in game two. That's terrific call into Boston.
Beautiful read because Boston has the height advantage on the switch.
Jones just goes right by Natasha Howard.
And Howard doesn't have the girth that Aaliyah Boston has to really body up with Bree Jones in that situation.
Natasha Howard slashing in to get the basket.
She's got the perfect frame to do that.
Yes. Oh.
Slash to the bucket.
Wow, that move by Alicia Gray was so good, she might have faked herself. They have yet to hit the 40% mark from the floor in either of the first two. Driving on Gray, and she draws the foul. We've had a lot of fouls in this series, including very successful seasons at Florida Gulf Coast, his last stop. Gino Oriema and Kim Mulkey.
Well, he was famous for his offensive mind. I had the opportunity to cover some of his teams down in Florida Gulf Coast, and they used to spread the floor, shoot the three well. He is a mastermind when it comes to the offensive end of the floor.
So he has had to make some adjustments with this Atlanta team. Jordan Canada.
And that's action that we saw early in game two. Jordan Canada looking to attack.
Miles Hillman called for the foul as she tried to block Sims' shot. Take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Tonight, after our game here on ESPN2 at 9:30 Eastern, Seattle and Vegas will play to see who will take on our winner. And then tomorrow night, New York and Phoenix in a decisive game 3. Go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app for all the latest information. How about that Phoenix game last night?
Oh, my goodness. The Mercury were not playing around at Barclays. They dominated. Satu Sablu looked like a completely different player from game 1 to game 2.
That game will be played tomorrow night. Minnesota waiting to see who they will play from that side of the bracket.
Playoffs a lot in her career. I'm glad they're getting to see at 6'4" a complete skill set in all that she can do.
It's the first miss for Atlanta as Howard could not get it to go. Odyssey Sims, this is what head coach Stephanie White wants from Odyssey.
Yeah, she said she
Aggressive.
wanted her to be more aggressive, Pam, absolutely, and use her pull of gravity off of the bounce.
Howard's missed 2 in a row. Natasha Howard crashes to the floor. The fans here wanted a travel call. Boston working against Hillman. Good job by Bree Jones to come over.
Yeah, Bree Jones got there so quickly and was vertical.
Now a whistle away from the ball.
I don't know that I've seen Bree Jones run this fast. I mean,
Her in for the first time, and also Dana Powell has come in. She played really well in the fourth quarter in game 2. All 11 of her points coming in the fourth quarter, and it didn't take her long here.
just a level of comfort on the offensive end, even in a big game as a rookie.
Kelsey Mitchell. That was her first shot of the game. Getting it inside. Good look to Hillman. Griner wide open. Decided not to shoot it. Howard got Sims up in the air and then found a nice pass to the basket. His offense clicking a lot better early on in this game than we saw a couple of nights ago. Mitchell slices to the basket and draws another foul. Game 2, Indiana.
Her communication on defense, her hustle. She covers the gap on that end for her teammates. She can stretch the floor. Just a leader on this team. And it looks like Carl Smesko is going to leave her in.
Yeah, and playing with Brittany Griner. Turner comes in to give Boston a breather for Indiana.
Bree Turner played really good minutes against Brittany Griner in particular. She's giving up some size, but she came off the bench, rebounded, and played really solid defense all night on Tuesday.
6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. In game 2 for Turner. Powell. Sims got around the Ryan Howard reach to find Natasha Howard.
Atlanta's got to figure out a way to keep Odyssey Sims out of the paint. She's been a problem.
There's that Griner-Turner matchup you just talked about. It wins out. Natasha Howard asking for help. Here comes Mitchell, who is yet to score from the field. Now she has.
And in a different situation, Nas would have probably stepped up and tried to help on Kelsey Mitchell, but she's already got 2 fouls.
Powell coming out swinging.
Gotta love her confidence, and she does it with a smile. Look at her, smiling on the way down the court.
Does not play like a freshman, always seems to be poised. That takes us to our first time out. Both teams shooting well. It's a 2-point ball game in game 3. Too much, Angel, and it really has been remarkable that this team is 1 win away from the semis with all of the hits for Taylor Clark. Only playing 15 games this year. Powell with another one. Actually, Caitlin just 13 games before she got hurt in mid-July.
Yeah, it's amazing what Indiana is doing. And to Angel's point, that particular group has not had a lot of reps on the court with this team. And yet here they are playing big positions in the playoffs.
Oh, with the miss as we are tied up at 19 apiece.
Give the ball to Powell.
Yeah.
She might be on a personal run right now, Pam.
Gray. Hillman. The second chance banked in by Alicia Gray. This is how quickly Kelsey Mitchell can get down the floor.
Yeah, that is so fast. The fastest player in the WNBA is Kelsey Mitchell, with and without the basketball. Odyssey Sims with great defense there.
Hit Ryan Howard's pocket, but Howard stayed with the play and blocked her from behind and has a couple of words for Odyssey. Gray. Night and day difference for Atlanta in this game than what we saw in game 2. They are shooting 69% from the floor. Well, Smesko wanted that fast start. The defense he might not be so pleased with. As a foul was called on the perimeter.
Well, Odyssey Sims did a good job of
Up her second foul, so Hillman and Gray each with 2. Mitchell over the Boston screen.
and that was tough on Tuesday night for Atlanta to defend the ball screen action with Kelsey Mitchell.
Pow continues her confidence shooting. That one was a little bit short. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell by far the best three-point shooter for Indiana in this series.
Defensive transition is a must when Kelsey, back side of your defense, and if you lunge to get a hand in Kelsey Mitchell's face, your defense is going to cover you on Boston.
The WNBA thanks its changemaker partners Ally, AT&T, CarMax, Deloitte, Google, and Nike for their unparalleled support and dedication toward uplifting the league and the WNBA players. Bree Jones foul. Put Kelsey Mitchell on the line. They stayed perfect. 8 for 8 as a team so far in this game. 15 foul shots in game 2. Beautiful. Inside to Hillman.
Against the pressure in denial on the perimeter, Naz Hillman cuts back door. That's why she has to be on the floor despite foul trouble.
Mitchell has scored the last 9 points for Indiana. Michaela Timpson short the first time and then tries again. Ball somehow stayed in bounds.
Really good defensive stand by Atlanta because Indiana had 2 feet in the paint.
Shea Petty, another one of the signees because of injuries in the game. As we approach a minute to go, Aerial Powers in.
The bench for Indiana was good to them on Tuesday night, and Powers was the head of that snake.
Bree Jones working against Boston, one of the best matchups in the playoffs. Aerial Powers had an off game in game 1. Steph White said she wanted to know who that imposter was and challenged her, and she met the challenge in game 2 and looked more like herself. Another foul on Jones. That's 2 quick ones on Jones. So 3 players for Atlanta have 2 fouls. Gray, Hillman, and Jones. Boston's first trip to the line this evening. That's the first free throw they have missed since game 1 of this series. Timpson out, Turner in for Indiana. Boston goes 1 for 2 to extend the lead to 4. Canada. There were 3 Fever players in the paint, and she still was able to score.
I don't know how she got that shot off. It looked like she was completely covered by the defense.
Well, the shot clock is off now for Indiana. Mitchell gets it over to Powers, already has 1 3. That one was halfway down. The follow not good by Boston. And a very high-scoring first quarter. Indiana leads at 29-27. Sets the screen for Powers. She runs into a roadblock. Petty fires. A little bit too much on it. Atlanta 0 for 6 from 3. Inside, perfect into Jones, who usually can make them with their eyes closed.
What was that catch? Looked like she had glue on her hand.
Simpson rescues with the offensive rebound. And now Petty with the challenge. Jones doesn't miss this time, and she got back.
Right. Doesn't look like she's moving.
No. I looked over, and Stephanie actually turned her back.
Not a good sign.
Yes. You only get one if you lose it. And it's very early in a game that could very well come down to the wire. Howard.
He is so skilled. Really long and athletic.
Her second stop in Indiana, and that's what Naz Hillman has added this year. Barely shot the three in the first 3 years of her career. Just 6 of them in her first 3 years she even attempted. And that's the first 3 hit by the Dream tonight. Powers got it stripped. Canada, who's a very good defensive player, up to Howard. And her buddy, Alicia Gray, is there to clean it up.
Atlanta's playing with so much pace, but they are beating Indiana down the floor on their offensive attack. Nope.
Thought that it was a physical game, certainly. He thought maybe they got a little bit too caught up in that. Sims hits the basket.
Yes.
You go for a shot anticipating you're going to get fouled. You don't get fouled. Messes up your shot and you get frustrated.
Yeah, just a bad combination all the way around.
Canada looking quite different. She really had struggled in this series.
He had 6 assists on Tuesday, but you're right, shooting the ball, we haven't seen that efficiency quite yet.
26% in the first 2 games.
Good help by Alicia Gray there on Howard.
Hull.
And who else? The dependable Lexi Hull.
Not a flash to the game, but a really good defensive player. Seems to be in the right place at the right time. She ties it up. How about that?
But Jordan Canada kind of been cooking her tonight, Pam.
Oh, Canada, yeah, she is rolling. She is 4 or 5 from the floor. Sims. And a 2-point lead and the ball. Game 3, winner goes to the semifinals, which is a best of 5 again this year. Canada did too much that time.
With a ball fake from the 3-point line. She almost faked me out of my chair.
Sims was able to find some open space.
Boy, a couple of misses right around the bucket.
Gray gets her own miss and follows.
How many times has Alicia Gray been the first player down the floor tonight? The one thing we don't talk about with Gray is how great of shape she is in. Her conditioning is elite.
Can't leave Mitchell alone.
Speaking of elite.
Yeah. By the way, Alicia Gray has 10 points and 8 rebounds. And we still have 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Howard, yes, this is a different Atlanta mindset. Attacking the basket, getting a lot of points in the paint. Tasha Howard, back rims it, Boston hustles.
Boston had to go a long way for that rebound.
Sims, short. Howard. Canada, a little no-looker to Hillman, who waits for some help. Gray hounded by Sims, but too much contact. Odyssey's called for the foul.
This crowd gets so excited every time BG touches the ball. Because in isolation at 6'9", just waiting to see what she's going to do.
Brianna Turner gives Mitchell a second chance. Paopao as Griner is posting up Howard. And one.
And you see Natasha Howard, looks like she's checking her fade is capable of.
2 fouls now on Natasha Howard as Griner completes the three-point play, and Atlanta is up by 6, their biggest lead of the night. Mitchell.
Man, she is so good behind screening action. She gets that shot off quick.
So quickly, and she had Griner at 6'9", close by.
And didn't blink, didn't flinch.
No hesitation. Doesn't show a lot of emotion out there, just shoots the ball. Griner posting up. Setting a screen ultimately that Shea Petty ran into.
And Isaac Barnett looks like he's going to change that call. Going back to Kelsey.
17 points.
Like, insane.
3 threes. There she is again. Petty able to chase it down. Oh, and a foul. Called on Jordan Canada. She wants a review, but
Fouls. His team was very much in foul trouble early in this game. He's got several of his starters that have had 2 fouls since the first quarter.
yet he has the lead up by 3. Kelsey Mitchell with 17 points. And with the shot clock winding down, Howard can't hit. Poked away from behind by Petty, but taken right back thanks to Howard. Paopao, a little bit short.
Not the player you want to leave open from long range. Paopao shot 39% from 3 in the regular season.
Ryan Howard going over the back on the rebound attempt, picks up her first foul. Turner in off the bench right now for head coach Stephanie White. Boston on the bench. Mitchell breaks down the teeth of the defense, and she drew yet another foul. We'll see Kelsey Mitchell at the free throw line. Coming up on the WNBA halftime present. Vegas had it.
My goodness. Thought it was in the bag. But if you have, no, it was not. You have to credit the fight from the Seattle Storm. Big buckets. Dawn Malonga was huge. The rookie growing up right before our eyes. Erica Wheeler, Skylar Diggins, and quite honestly, Vegas was making some very uncharacteristic mistakes down the stretch that we haven't seen him make in 17 straight wins.
That's right. That 17-game winning streak going back to the end of the regular season was snapped. That game coming up right after us. Mitchell's got 19 points. She's 6 for 6 from the line. That's the lead to 1. And Jordan Canada.
What a first half for Canada.
Mitchell again with that rainbow shot and a foul under the basket. They're going to get Ryan Howard for holding Lexi Hull. So that's 2 on Ryan. Howard, Jones, Gray, and Pillman, 4 of their 5 starters with 2 personal fouls. That sends Hull to the line, where she is 2 for 2 tonight. Seattle Vegas coming up.
She looked dressed to impress. Madam President is ready.
Yes. Ho goes 1 for 2 to cut the lead to 2. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Stephanie White.
After review, the call on the floor stands. It's inconclusive. Therefore, Indiana will be charged their timeout and lose their ability to challenge.
Yeah, if you can't tell, if it's inconclusive, you got to stay with the call on the floor.
Howard, guarded by Turner, decided not to pull the trigger, instead pulls up. Ball kept alive by Gray. Jones. The three that she was following up, I don't think she thought it was going in. Atlanta with a five-point cushion.
Bree Jones came into the postseason.
Gray, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Boston missed them both. Atlanta with 3 players in double figures. Ryan Howard. They started out slowly from 3 tonight, and now they're heating up. Just like that, it's an 8-point lead.
Ball screen has worked for Kelsey Mitchell, but that time she gives it up to Hull. And how about that shot by Lexi Hull?
Couple of seconds difference between the 2 clocks. The fans here on their feet. Canada takes off and hits it. Time for the Fever to get a decent shot. Odyssey Sims, that's a toughie trying to get it from underneath the basket. And Atlanta history, not even Tamika Catchings, but Kelsey Mitchell has done that tonight.
Boy, she has been special tonight. And again, because she hasn't had a lot of playoff appearances in her time with the Indiana Fever, a lot of people are just realizing how special Kelsey Mitchell is, even past the regular season with big things on the line. Elimination game, and she has been really good.
For more on the Fever, let's go over to Angel Gray.
Ladies, I was able to catch up with the assistant, Karima Christmas Kelly, and you guys hit the nail right on the head. The defense was the aspect and the point of emphasis at halftime. She said right now it's personnel defense, feeling like Atlanta's getting straight line drives. They did have 40 points in the paint in the first half. Going back to last game, though, I want to remind you, in the first half, they went 1 for 10 from outside. Before the game, Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard said, we have to have a sense of urgency. Getting to the paint, we have to be in attack mode. We've seen it already.
Yeah, the straight line drives in particular, Angel, by Atlanta. The Fever has to find an answer for the second half, especially getting back in defensive transition.
Howard eventually was able to field Mitchell's pass after a turnover. Sasha Howard slices in and scores.
Boy, so talented. Howard has a complete arsenal on the offensive end. That drive, just slippery.
12th year out of Florida State, her second stop in Indiana. Foul on home.
I took an inch 6.
Before coming back to Indiana. Some championship experience playing with Seattle. Canada. Good look, a little bit too strong. Game 3, our first game 3 of these 2025 playoffs. The winner goes on to the best of 5 semifinal against the winner of our second game tonight, Las Vegas and Seattle. Mitchell. A rare air ball. Gray gets to Jones, screen, pulls up, has it rim out. Gray with 10 points so far. Sims dribbled right into trouble and was able to score and get fouled.
She will not take no for an answer. Odyssey Sims kept her dribble alive, was defended by two different Atlanta Dream defenders, including a Naz Hillman, who she is giving up size to.
Indiana, which had been perfect at the free throw line, just 12 of 17 tonight. Kept alive momentarily, and now Sims gets it over to Howard, challenged by Hillman, even though she has the 3 fouls, and Atlanta calls a timeout. Atlanta had led by as many as 8 points. It's been sliced to 2.
To start.
Trying to get a spot in the semifinals. Ryan Howard, long 3. Sims.
Odyssey Sims is all over the place. She just face guarded Alicia Gray on the defensive end and got the rebound.
Bree missed everything, but Natasha Howard tried to keep it alive. Alicia Gray with the ball, her first career playoff double-double. 10 points and 10 boards for Alicia. Howard, no shot. That's an offensive foul. I think they're going to get Bree Jones, and that will be her 3rd. Jones, slow getting up. Jones, Hillman, and Gray all with 3 fouls for Atlanta.
It really looked like both players took each other out. Beautiful move there by Aaliyah Boston. Only 3 points in the first half. They will definitely need her to hit some shots here in the second.
8-0 run for Indiana ties it up, and Hillman ties it.
That is the shot that Indiana is going to give Naz Hillman and make her continuously prove that she can knock that down.
Canada almost forcing a turnover. Shot clock at 10. Mitchell, a little bit too strong. Boy, we got some stuff going on here between Aaliyah Boston and Bree Jones, who ended up on the deck. And the officials are going to go over to the monitor and check out exactly what happened. Made the move that ended with Hillman being on the ground, and Ryan Howard misses the technical free throw. The bottom line is that Bree Jones now has 4 personals. Indiana with the ball, down 3. Boston directing traffic. Good ball handler. Draws the double. Hall misses the 3. Canada back to Hillman. Short. Body's on the ground. Jones comes away with it and keeps it going. And then Alicia Gray hits the big 3. Inside, Boston. The pass from Howard. Boy, the intensity we've seen in this game from the very beginning, great pace. Both teams making a lot more shots than we had seen earlier, particularly from Atlanta, earlier in the series. Alicia Gray The perfect lead pass from Canada. Howard couldn't handle the pass.
Atlanta was fumbling the ball on this offensive possession, but the strength of Bree Jones to come out. Baltimore trying to protect Bree Jones with those 4 fouls.
Bree Turner in, put that matchup with Griner.
Indiana denying. They are denying all over the floor.
Gray blocks Sims and gets called for the foul. And Sims is shaken up. The officials will go over to the monitor again to see if this should be upgraded in any way.
Upgraded, but that was not the case.
So that follow basket by Hall did not count because of the foul. That sends Sims to the line, where she is 2 for 3 tonight. One more first-round winner go home. Game 3 tomorrow night at 9 Eastern on ESPN2 and the all-new ESPN app as Eastern time.
I know Liberty fans are hoping to see a more spirited team than what they saw last night at Barclays. And all credit to Phoenix, but wasn't the Liberty squad we're used to watching.
Yeah, they just got absolutely smushed by Phoenix. Howard.
Beautiful pull-up by Ryan Howard. She just created that shot for herself off the bounce.
Sims.
Still in the game, which is good to see. And she's left-handed. I believe she was holding her right shoulder.
So the lead is 6. Howard goes by Hall, puts it up, and Ryan Howard attacking from the outside and now the inside. And Mitchell's been quiet for a while, not anymore. Chance for a 3-point play for Kelsey. Those are her first points of the third quarter after she got 19 points in the first half.
Before the game, she told me, as I go, so does this team. She felt like after the game that she didn't set the right example of how to play through calls, how to get to the bucket and find ways to find her own shot. In this game, it's been a little bit different. Anytime Atlanta needs a bucket, they look to her, and she's wanting the ball as well with the last 4 for Atlanta.
So important for them to lead the way and lead the charge as they have this season. And keeping in mind, there's not a ton of playoff experience, in particular for Ryan Howard or Alicia Gray during her time in Dallas, which is where she spent most of her career. So your 2 highest scorers, not a lot of postseason experience.
Lost in the first round to New York last year, did Atlanta. Trying to go inside the BG, and she catches it there. It's over. Canada with another assist. A big bounce back night for her. Mitchell dribbles behind the line to take the 3. Howard with the one-handed rebound and putback.
Oh my goodness. What?
And that was her left hand, right? It was her off hand.
You got to have strength to do that. Corral it and put it up with one arm.
Canada too high for Griner. That was the only one that was free. She got the rebound and the putback. Screen by Turner. Turner underneath. Earl Powers in a mess of trouble, but somehow got it away. Ball over the backboard, so it goes to the Dream.
In the game.
Pow is in as well for Atlanta. Ryan Howard starting to show some of those moves. Austin doubled. Going against Jones. Turner now over to Hall. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Short. Good box out by Jones to keep Boston away from the rebound. Powell guarded by Mitchell.
Turns it over, and here comes the fever.
Powers pulls up and hits it.
That's her shot, the pull-up midi.
One minute to go in the third quarter.
We haven't seen a lot of Maya Caldwell in this game.
No, we have not. Powell hits the bottom of the net, but only the bottom of the net.
And Carl Smesco has seen enough. So we'll let the rookie get a breather.
11 of her points in the fourth quarter of their loss in game 2. Trying to get it into Boston. And a foul called on the Dream. So Bree Turner coming in now for Natasha Howard. Boston 1 out of 2. Leah has missed 4 free throws tonight, just 2 of 6 from the line, unusual. Canada just keeps keeping on. A chance for another 3-point play.
You would think she'd be exhausted by now, but she understands the bounce. It can be a long night for the opponent, especially because of the level of difficulty of shots she can make around the rim. And Jordan Canada is a player on this Atlanta roster that has 2 championships to her name. She knows what it's like to play on a championship-level team and what that looks like.
Yep, won 2 of them with Seattle. Does not convert on the 3-point play. 8 seconds left to go. Lexi Hall lost it momentarily. It's up to Aerial Powers. Atlanta takes a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter with a spot in Sims with a high degree of difficulty over Bree Jones.
And she knows Bree Jones has 4 fouls, and that's what I expect the Indiana Fever to do. Bree Jones has 4, Alicia Gray has 4. They are going to pick on those players in situations when they can.
Bree Jones and Aerial Powers got tied up out on the perimeter, and they're going to get Powers for the foul. Physical series. We saw a lot of it in game 2. Same tonight. Kelsey Mitchell getting
Aerial Powers and Ryan Howard doing some close talking.
Greg. Good position for the rebound by Howard, who takes it herself. Kelsey Mitchell blocks.
And again, Alicia Gray has 4 fouls, so smart of Kelsey Mitchell to attack her, but better defense by Gray.
Now Alicia Gray with the drive. Kelsey Mitchell, 19 points in the first half, just 3 in the third quarter. Howard off to the left.
Not the highest percentage shot there by the Fever.
Jordan Canada can't be stopped. Has to be fouled.
Jordan Canada will earn another.
More WNBA action coming your way. After us here on ESPN2, the tip at 9. We are 8.5 minutes away from sending somebody to the semifinals.
The free throw shooting for Atlanta has not been good. 40%. Maybe a little higher than that, 45.
And Boston gets the bucket. Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark. Chloe Bibby watching Alicia Gray do Alicia Gray things.
More play points, more speed.
52 paint points for Atlanta. Sims. And another whistle.
Alicia Gray has made up her mind that she is going, and she's up on the point of attack there.
A little bit too much on that pass. Howard, Hillman, can't finish.
Boy, Natasha Howard has had some key moments in this game, and that defense was one of them.
Canada with a chancy reach-in. Not called for the foul. Boston turns. Well defended, but 3 red jerseys around her, and Aaliyah still finishes.
Ryan Howard was asking for help. She turned around and literally looked the other way like, hey, can somebody come and help me? Too much Boston.
Canada throws right by Ariel Powers. Have yourself a night, Jordan Canada. She's 1 assist away from a double-double. Tasha Howard stays with it. Ball stays with the Fever.
Watch your...
Gray picks up her 5th foul. Boston with the handoff to Mitchell as the shot clock winds down.
2-player game. Boston and Mitchell. Boston passes it back out. Big shot.
Huge.
You know who that is? That's playoff Petty.
Shea Petty just into the game, hits the 3. Everybody not named Kelsey Mitchell has really struggled from 3 for Indiana in this series. And that makes it a 2-point game. Ryan Howard steps back for a 3. And Hillman, who never stops hustling, saved it. Ariel Powers to Mitchell. Powers pulls the trigger way too much. Deanna Turner's been called for a foul for the Fever.
Aaliyah Boot for her to give Boston space, and when she does that, the defense has to respect both the 3-point line and the paint.
Spacing, one of the things that has been an issue for Indiana after losing so many guards. Canada turns on the Jets. Good defense by Turner. And then Bree Jones gets her hand in the passing lane to force the turnover. Indiana with some opportunities. Still down 2, plenty of time to go.
Looks like Atlanta would have had numbers if Ryan Howard could have got that pass up, but Shea Petty broke that up.
Petty will turn 37 next month. Canada, well, Mitchell thought she had a clean steal, but instead, Kelsey picks up her first foul.
Grabbing Jordan Canada's left arm.
Fourth foul on Indiana, so Atlanta goes to the line on the next one. Even on a common foul. Knocked out of bounds by Boston. Bree Jones and Leah Boston. Great defense by Turner to stick her hands in.
Yeah, Bree Jones has to see that. She's got to see the defense coming and move the ball. She tried to power through it. Excellent play there by Bree Turner.
That's why Turner's on the team, doesn't give them a lot of offense, but comes up with big rebounds and big defensive plays. And that time she's called for a moving screen. So 2 quick fouls on Turner. Now Alicia Gray is slow to get up. It's only the 6th turnover for the Fever. It's been a pretty clean game. Jordan Canada right behind her with 18 points and 9 assists, has the ball. Jones turning on Boston. Howard, height advantage over Petty. Chucks up the 3.
A couple of jump shots there by Ryan Howard that she's settled for. Could have got that shot a little later in the clock, and that's something Carl Snesko talked about is second, third side.
Timeout, Indiana. Certainly than we saw in game 2, especially from Atlanta, who was shooting a blistering 52% from the floor.
I expect the Indiana Fever to get Aaliyah Boston some touches. Bree Jones in foul trouble. Boston is a great facilitator. Here she is working the top of the key.
Gray with 5 fouls guarding Mitchell. Hall curls around and draws the foul.
Looks like Bree Turner took a hit.
Foul on Hillman, so she, a non-shooting foul, so they inbound it. Mitchell now guarded by Howard, getting some more length out on her on the perimeter. Petty, tough shot, and the putback by Turner. Ties the game at 80. Jones kicking it out to Hillman for the lead. Short. Jones able to wrestle it away and score. Brianna Jones with 3 Fever players around her won the battle. Shot clock into single digits. Mitchell trying to work free. They're going to need a shot from Petty. Defense from Gray. Rebound Gray. And now Bree Jones tumbles to the floor. Howard. Nothing but net. Atlanta 5-0 run. Mitchell. Over to Boston again, the shot clock winding down. Mitchell, top shot off the bounce to get around Jones.
Big plays on both ends by both of these teams right now. This is what you want to see in a winner-takes-all game 3.
Going down to the wire inside 2 minutes. Shot clock at 3. Alicia Gray noticed, put it up, and the ball goes over to Indiana.
Boy, we have had action going back and forth.
Odyssey Sims back into the game with a minute and a half left to go. And Mitchell pounded by Canada on the perimeter. Boston versus Jones. Rebound Hillman.
You're right about that. Jordan Canada Canada did a nice job keeping Kelsey Mitchell out of that play.
Canada has been one of the best perimeter defenders in the league for quite a while. Big possession for Atlanta, and they throw it away. Timeout, Indiana. Just Odyssey Sims brings it up. 1 minute to go. Mitchell.
Double baseline screen for Mitchell, but she could not get a look at that three. Good denial by Jordan Canada.
Terrific defense by Atlanta on this possession, but Hull was able to get to the rim. Lexi Hull.
Right to the basket.
Most, if not all, of the fans are on their feet here in Atlanta. Howard. Short, rebound, Boston. Sims waits for some help. Couple of seconds difference between the clocks. Indiana electing not to call a timeout. Boston almost gave it away. Into Boston for the lead. She hits it. Indiana goes up for the first time since the second quarter. Indiana bench. And they have to call a timeout. Terrific defense by Indiana to prohibit the inbound. Howard again will inbound.
There's some size on the ball with Bree Turner.
Howard gets it in, but it's knocked away by Lexi Hull. Hull with the steal. And the Indiana Fever, beset by major injuries all year long, are on the doorstep of making the semifinals.
Anticipating that pass. I cannot believe this Indiana Fever team. Wow.
Not over yet. Sims misses the free throw. Remember, Atlanta has the reset timeout, so they can and will indeed call that. Assuming that the free throw is made, and it is, and Pow Pow's going to come in. Tahina Pow Pow, a very good outside shooter. Just need a 2 to tie, a 3 to take the lead. They do take the reset timeout and will inbound again near the Indiana bench.
Enough time for a catch and shoot.
Howard to Jones, throws it up, and the Indiana Fever are heading to the semifinals.